Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'll be doing 6 video series of various types of videos. The first video is going to be how to put on a base. The second video is going to be about contouring and highlighting. And the third video is going to be about eye makeup. And now the fourth video is going to be about eyebrows and eyebrow filling, and the fifth video that is going to be is about lips, and the sixth and the final video is about brushes. So without further ado, let's get on to the first video. So I've done my eye makeup and eyebrows and my face is now totally clean. I'll be showing you the first step, which is moisturizers. There are various moisturizers available in the market. The Clinique one is really good for oily skin, and for dry skin the Cetaphil one is really good. Today I'll be using Cetaphil because I have really dry skin, and I'll be applying a generous amount all over my face. This step is extremely important. Do not skip this step, no matter what kind of skin you have, normal, dry, combination. This step will ensure that your foundation lasts all day. It doesn't look cakey, doesn't look dry. It looks like your skin, very natural and smooth. After moisturizing your face, give it a few seconds and pat your face to get the blood flowing. And now we will go to the step of priming. I have two primers with me. The market is full of primers right now. The first primer that I have is the NYX Pore Filler. This is really good if you have large pores and want a matte finish, and this will fill in those large pores and give you a smooth finish. The next e.l.f. one is really good if you have dry skin or if you want a very glowy, hydrated look. Today I'll be using the e.l.f. primer. It's one of my favorites, and I'm taking a very small amount, as you can see. It's literally a pea-sized amount. I'm applying this to the center of my face where I tend to get oily, like my nose, under my eyes, my chin, my forehead. And I'll be using a dabbing motion so that this sets into my skin and helps my makeup last all day. Now that I've primed my skin, I'm going on to the next step, which is an illuminator. This step is completely optional. I like to do this step because I like really glowy skin. So I take on any strobe cream. Here I'm using the Tarte one, and I'm applying this to the high points of my face. This will make your skin look very naturally fresh, very naturally glowy, lit from within, sort of an effect. I love to do this in summers especially, but if you don't like a very hydrated, shiny look, you can totally skip this step. Now that our skin is completely prepped, we are going to finally go to the main step, which is the foundation. I have various foundations here. I'm going to show you what suits which skin, but first I will show you how to choose the right foundation for your skin type. Take the foundation and apply it on your jawline. If this blends well, becomes one with your skin, that means this is the right shade for you. Do not, and I repeat, do not try the foundation on your hand, on the back of your hand. This is completely incorrect. The market is full of BB creams nowadays. This is the Nars BB cream. It's really good if you want light coverage or if you want to apply in the daytime. It has SPF and works really well for people who don't like a lot of thick foundation on their faces. Hydrating foundations like this one are really good for people who have dry skin, who need a bit of moisture on their faces for the foundation to look smooth. I have really dry skin, and this Tarte Doubleduty foundation suits me really well. It has a wand with it as well that I'll show you in just a second, which makes this very easy to apply all over your face. A lot of brands do this now, like Revlon, Lakme, so feel free to choose any one. The one that I will use today though is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. This looks amazing on camera. Also, it's completely full coverage, but I don't want a full coverage look. I want a very medium to light coverage, which is why I'll be using the pump to take out a very little amount of foundation just so I get a very natural finish. I'm not going to use a lot, very light, very tiny amount on the centers of my face, and I'll blend it outwards to get it a very natural finish. Always remember to start applying your foundation around the center of your face, like your forehead, under your nose, around your mouth, under your eyes, and don't forget to apply on your neck and your ears, just so your face looks very uniform, very evened out as well. Your face should look something like this when you start applying foundation. Don't forget to blend from inwards to outwards. Always start from the inner point of your face to your jawline to make your skin look very even and natural and just like your own skin. Start with little foundation, apply more if you need later on, but start with less first always. You can always use your fingers to blend out the foundation. That is the first option. The second option that I have is to use a brush. Here I have a stippling brush with me. This is what it looks like. It has a flat top and has sort of a pointy brush edge. You always bounce and rotate this around your face to get a very natural, very even finish. I like to rotate it from inwards to outwards and then bounce it on my face so that the foundation is very evenly distributed and looks very natural and blends well with my own skin. Are you enjoying this video? If yes, don't forget to give it a thumbs up already. And if not, give it a thumbs down and I'll remember to work harder for my next video. On the other side of my face, I'll be using a sponge. Here I have the Beauty Blender sponge with me. I have put this under water and then dried it. And the other one that I have is the Real Technique sponge, which is really cost effective. Both sponges are to be used wet or rather damp. Just put it under water and then dry it with a towel to get a very soft, very spongy sponge, if that makes any sense. I'll be using the Beauty Blender today and I'll be just bouncing it on my face very gently with a light hand wherever I feel I need coverage. And again, I'll be going from inwards to outwards, not forgetting my neck, not forgetting my ears, and anywhere that I feel I want coverage on. When you use a sponge, make sure to not rub it across your face. Just with a very gentle hand, just dab it, pat it and bounce it on your face so that it gives a very even, very uniform coverage. Take your time with this step, don't rush into it. This is the base for the rest of your makeup and it should be very even and very smooth. Now that my foundation is fully done, I will be focusing on the dark circles under my eyes. Indian girls are very prone to this and our best friend is a peach colored concealer. Here I have one that's by Maybelline. It's the Fit Me concealer. It works really well for dark circles especially, and I will be dotting this right under my eyes just a little bit so that the darkness can be covered with this. And again, I'm just dotting it very little, and then with the help of a brush, a sponge or your fingers, just blend it out into nothing. Make sure to not apply the concealer very close to your lash line as that may cause it to crease really fast. So keep a little bit of a gap between your lash line and your concealer. If you like a bright effect to your face, don't forget to highlight it a little bit. Here I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Creamy Beige just to highlight the inner corners of my eyes so that my face looks very bright and awake. Now you can see that our foundation is almost completely ready. My face looks very even, very natural, very glowy, and just the way I like it. But don't stop there. There is one little step that's to be done, and that's powdering. This step is very important. There are lots of powders in the market. First one is the compact powder that you get with a sponge normally, and the second type is a loose powder that comes looking something like this. Here I'm using the loose powder, and I'll be using it with the help of a fluffy brush just to set it under my eyes, around my mouth, and wherever I feel like I get oily. You could set your full face with that if you feel like you get oily all around your face. It's completely up to you. The other way that you could use powder is with the help of a wet sponge. Just take some powder on the end of a wet beauty blender or any sponge and dab an excess amount of powder under your eyes or anywhere that you feel your concealer tends to crease or break a little after a couple of hours. With the help of this, you could have your makeup last all day. You could do your makeup, let this set for at least 2 to 3 minutes, and then take it off with the help of a brush or anything like that. And remember, this will not move all day. It works perfect for hot summer days. Here I'm taking a fluffy brush and just removing any excess powder, and as you can see, your skin looks very natural and ready to take on a very hot, humid summer day. Now my foundation is completely done. It looks just the way I like it, very fresh, very natural as well. You could at this point spray it with some fixing spray just so your foundation lasts even longer than usual. Here I'm using the MAC Fix Plus and just spraying it all across my face, and voila, my foundation is done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon, and I will see you super soon in my next video. Bye.